Can you imagine how upset I am? You just wrote like the most hype, one of the most hype chapters of Naruto fan fiction ever, and you decided, what if I disappear? I'm sure there's probably something that happened. I'm pretty sure there's a good reason. But as a reader, that is so frustrating, and it just hurts. It hurts my soul so badly. Like, why? Don't abandon the story. Come on, I will give you my kidney. Just finish it. Finish it.
Hey, yo, what up? My name is Mills, and this is my intro. So, if you enjoy the content, leave a like, maybe subscribe. Check out all my links and stuff. I don't know, I'm bad at showing myself out, but hope you enjoy the video.
Hello, 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 everyone. I don't know. Anyway, hi. Hi, my name is Mills. I've done a video like this before. Be curious, it'll be, do people still use like those things that appear in like the top corners that like go like, hey, check out this video or check out this video? I don't know. I'll see if that's still a thing. If it is, I'll put the previous video up there. But today we're gonna talk more about Naruto fanfiction, because somehow the previous video where I talked 40 minutes or 30 minutes, something insane. I couldn't believe the amount that I talked when I finished. When I finally finished and I looked, I was like, oh wow, I talked a lot. So that was fun. But somehow I did not run out of things to talk about. So here we are, back again. And this should be fun. So yeah, let's start off with another incomplete story, because that's the fun. Why not start off with an incomplete story? Because who doesn't love reading a story and then it just stops being updated? But the general gist of this story, it's called Naruto Potential Realized. It is it took so long to update, like even before it was abandoned, which I think it's abandoned, but also the guy's taken years to update, so I feel like maybe it's not abandoned, but it probably is abandoned. Who knows? Either way, it doesn't matter. I probably won't read it again because it takes forever to update. The entire gist of this would be that Naruto, the third Hokage, lives after his fight with Orochimaru in the Chunin exams. Like, well, in the Chunin exam finals with, up in the thing. I forget how exactly he lives, but he lives, and he decides, yep, Naruto saved me, or Naruto saved the Leaf. He deserved a promotion. So he promotes Naruto, and it's very faint in my head what has occurred. Naruto very quick. I feel like there's a very like snap. Like Naruto goes from like his very playful childlike behavior of like believe it and Dadobe or whatever. I don't fucking know how to say it. It's English for I don't know how to say it in Japanese, but yeah. That he goes from that to like very, very serious very quickly. So that's a little bit of like it's like kind of like, do you deserve to change the character that fast? I don't know, but it's still a good story either way. The one thing I remember very, very, very well about, just because of this entire thing. So we all know at the end of the original Naruto series, Naruto decides, or well, Jiraiya and Tsunade decide, hey, I'm going to take Naruto out of the village. I need to train him for when the Akatsuki comes to deal with us. In this story, Naruto does leave the village, but Tsunade does come. I'm pretty sure Naruto does bring Tsunade to the village so the third Hokage can enjoy his retirement again, unless Tsunade is gonna die again. But no. Yeah. And the third Hokage is actually the one who takes Naruto to Enma. Third Hokage is summoning his like giant monkey dude, the staff. He takes him to their summoning world. Like the toads have Mount Mikubaku. Not even close, but I'll have somewhere up in the thing. You'll see how it's pronounced, or see the wording, and I'm not even close to pronouncing it. But anyway, Naruto is brought there for his whole like 2.5 year journey, but it's interrupted because Jiraiya is captured. So it's hidden from Naruto, but eventually, we all find it. We all find out. Naruto finds out, and Naruto, being Naruto, No matter what, he still is Naruto, even with these very drastic changes like I was just talking about. Naruto has to go and try to save Jiraiya. So he go. I think it's like the Grass Village, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Grass Village who captured him, because the leader was supposedly Jiraiya's friend, and then he double crossed him and stuff. And there's a big reveal later on that I'll tell you about that it's kind of shocking. Um, Naruto fucking he storms the entire village. Like, he doesn't do it like, just he goes through the front door and is like, hey yo, what up bitches, my name's Naruto Uzumaki and I'm here to fuck your bitch. No, he doesn't do that. Instead, he decides, hey, I'm learning all these tactics and stuff from the third Hokage, Sarutobi. I don't know. Either way, I'm learning from third Hokage. So he slowly brings himself into the village, and then he goes wild. It's very. This is possibly the most hype I've been reading. Well, actually, that's a lie. Because, like I was saying before, we don't want to start talking about Shadows Konoha again. Because I feel like that was mostly what I talked about last episode. Because of how much I really appreciate that author and how well he did in that story. It just kept building up more and more and more. We're gonna stop now. Okay. Back to Potential Realized. This has a very similar aspect to that, of where you feel like, oh my god, Naruto. Like, when Naruto first, in the anime or manga, when Naruto first masters the Rasen Shuriken, you think like, oh my god, Naruto's fucking god. He's got this. He's gonna beat some ass. But this is a little bit of the same thing. It's a wind jutsu, just like the Rasen Shuriken, but it's a little bit different, and it is so cool. And then he basically just like decimates the grass leader's cage. I forget what he like gives himself a fake cage name. I forget the name of it. He absolutely decimates them, and then it's revealed, hey, there are other Uzumakis in this world, and they're currently partnered with the Grass Village, and they don't like this mud of an Uzumaki calling himself an Uzumaki, so they like beat Naruto shit in, and he has to run away. And I think he takes Karen with him. I forget. Either way, that's almost where the story ends, I'm pretty sure. Can you imagine how upset I am? You just wrote like one of the most hyped chapters of Naruto fan fiction ever, and you decided, what if I disappear? I'm sure there's probably something that happened. I'm pretty sure there's a good reason. But as a reader, that is so frustrating, and it just hurts. It hurts my soul so badly. Like, why? Don't abandon the story. Come on, I will give you my kidney. Just finish it. Finish it. And to go back into the last video, I talked about Kenshi 619's better, or 618, 619. Kenshi, I'm just gonna call him Kenshi. He is I think he's famous mostly in like the Naruto fan fiction community, I would say, with his stories of Better Left Unsaid and all that. Because Better Left Unsaid is so popular on fan fiction, I believe, like, as well as these next stories I'm gonna mention. So I've never read his popular story that's just as popular as Better Left Unsaid. It's called like A Sealed Kunai, where Naruto is secretly like a badass, but Danzo locked his memories or something, and then during the sand sound invasion, Naruto's memories and stuff and all of his badassery is unlocked, and it goes from there. I've never read that, and I don't know why, because mostly Kenshi has like a way, like, it's him writing. When you read his stories, it's him writing, and it's cool. It's very cool. He's a good author, and that's why I found myself reading Naruto Great Clan Days. It's a story of, hey, what if the first Hokage failed? What if he couldn't bring like the Leaf Village together, and clans just kept living on separately by themselves? Like, what if, well, not failed, but what if he just never tried it, or whatever? I forget what it is exactly, but we go to Naruto. Naruto is born on the Uzumaki Island. I forget what it's called. Uzi something. It's called something. Uzumaki something. He's born on the Uzumaki Island with Kushina and Minato, whatever the fuck his name is. I've editing that video back. I said Minato so many bad times when I meant to say Minato. Or no, I don't know what's the correct pronunciation anymore. You guys know what I mean? Correct me. Whatever. I don't care. So she is like blackballed from the clan because she fell in love with an outsider instead of the village leader. Well, the village prodigy that becomes the village leader, Nagato. You see that's kind of cool. And he has the Rinnegan and everything. It's cool how he's like an overbearing force. And then one day, little Naruto, I think he's like, I'm pretty sure he's pretty young when the story first starts. He goes exploring and he finds Kurama in a cave, just chilling, sleeping. And Naruto being Naruto, he just chills and sleeps with them too. Before Toby or Obito or Madara, somebody, one of those three people, they decide, hey, I'm gonna seal Naruto. I'm gonna seal Kurama into you, Naruto. And at this point, Jinchuriki are like an unheard of thing. Like it's insane, and immediately the village is like, "Oh God, they made a Jinchuriki. This is like a walking time bomb. We need to get Naruto the hell out of our village before he blows up." And Kushina is not having that. She's Mama Bear to the max, and decides, "No, no, 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 shut the hell up. Get away from me." So she quickly contacts Minato because he is actually trying. He is what the first Hokage is, or what the first Hokage is in the anime and manga. He is trying to like bring bring clans together to make a village, and it's very cool to see that thing of Naruto being the son of someone like that while also being a feared Jinchuriki, because like he is, people fear him because of what he is, and then they find so much, like they find out so much more afterwards. Because in case you care about spoilers, that was kind of like the walkthrough of like the first chapter or two, so I didn't really spoil much, but spoilers for the rest of the story in case you care. Naruto eventually meets up with Tenten and him becomes like best friends. They're like besties to the max. They are like what Chikamaru and Naruto are in Better Left Unsaid, but in this story it's Naruto and Tenten. And then they meet up with Shino and they become like a three-man power squad. Like if they ever need to do missions for Minato, whatever. I don't care. We don't care. If they ever have to do missions, they go together. They do them successfully and stuff. It's all badass. It's all cool. And I think eventually they eventually get stuck in like friggin' the where Pain is, where Nagato usually is. His in the manga and anime, he is in the Rain Village. Is it Rain Village? But they go to the Rain Village and they meet that girl from the Cloud Four that work for Orochimaru that get their ass beat by the Sasuke retrieval arc, or Sasuke retrieval squad, which is the best arc in all of Naruto, possibly all of anime. That was so badass. I love it. Biased opinion. Okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on. That girl Tanya to I don't know what her name is. Whatever her name is. It starts with a T. I remember that. They meet up with her and suddenly, hey, Nagato shows up because Nagato and company have been on the hunt for Naruto because they were very pissed off that Kushina had Kakashi come into the village and kidnap Naruto, and she kind of acted like, I don't know where my child went. Oh my god, I'm so like worried. Where is Naruto? As she secretly sent a letter to have Kakashi kidnap him out of there so they didn't kill him to prevent the Jinchuriki from blowing up or whatever the hell they said. Anyway, they Nagato appears in the village and it's a pretty cool fight with Nagato and Naruto where it's very clear Naruto is outclassed, but he does his best to try to outsmart the dude because the dude doesn't know any of his powers. And of course, always waiting for updates, but Kenshi's pretty good at this. He'll update it soon again, and I think he just did update it like last week or 2 weeks ago. So we're fine with that. Now, all right. I don't know how to weigh, like, last video I had my transitions like from one story to the other story really good. That's not happening this one because I don't know how to transition from, hey, we're in an alternate universe. Actually, kind of do. So how do you get to alternate universes? You time travel. And we're going to talk about some time travel stories. So I have two stories I want to talk about. One is called Pain, Hunger, and Betrayal. It's a story about Naruto going back in the past. I think like he doesn't even try to go back in the past. I think the Shinigami, they like grab him and torture him and go like, "Hey, you're going to the back to the past. You have no say in the matter." So Naruto gets sent back to a few years. I think he gets sent back like when he's like 8, but the twist is adult Naruto gets sent back while kid Naruto still exists. And it's pretty cool that Naruto has to become a bigger brother to himself while also dealing with all that. But it's also very rarely updated, so that sucks. So another one we're going to talk about that is currently still being updated and is almost finished is called Legacy Undone. So this is a story about the fourth Shinobi War. What if, Obito and all them, they make the Ten Tails and they do work. They win the war. So human civilization is slowly pushed back and back and back until they're basically on the last defense. So they have like, I forget what village it is exactly. I think it's like whatever, it doesn't matter what village they're in. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. They've all researched and made this giant like seal of where it's gonna send them back to the past where they can do this mistake. But the trick is to get back in the past, every step you take is like it multiplies. So like one step you go back a day, 2 steps you go back 2 days, 3 steps you go back 4 days, or something like that. I don't know the exact number, but that's how it works. But as you take a step, it sucks out your soul, like it sucks out your life force. So you have Sakura slowly, like she activates her Tsunade power up on her forehead, the diamond on her forehead. She activates it and kind of sacrifices herself for the first few steps, because her and Sasuke have realized we need a certain amount of steps, and we know that we're both not gonna make it. Sasuke could maybe push himself a little bit, but to get where they want to go, to get as far back as they want to go, the only one who realistically could probably make it with their help is Naruto. Or if, Naruto went first. But I guess they believe in Naruto because Naruto's the hope, sunshine, joy, all that. So they send Naruto back after dying themselves. Like Naruto watches them both evaporate because they both step enough times where they just die. And Naruto steps one final time. And Kurama goes silent because Kurama's chakra gets sucked out too. And Naruto gets sent back to when he's like 5 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, something like that. He gets sent back to when he's like a child, a really young child. Without Kurama, Sasuke's dead, Sakura's dead, and he's stuck in the memory of that. And that's how the first chapter ends. It's just, if you have not read it, pause the video right now, go read it. I'll stay here. We'll wait. Okay, I'm joking. I'm not actually going to sit here and wait the entire time, but pause the video, go read it, because I'm about to spoil stuff for you. So, it is revealed, hey, yeah, you went to the past, but you're in an alternate reality. So the main twist here is Jiraiya's dead. Orochimaru never defected. Tsunade stays in the village. Yeah, even though I think no, Dan is her lover, I believe. Tsunade's lover is Dan. Yeah, he's still alive. There's so many different like key pieces that click together that it's like, okay, yeah, Naruto's back in the past, but everything is different. So what is he supposed to do? One thing I don't like about the story is Itachi is a female, so Naruto and Itachi get paired up, but the author doesn't focus on it at all, really. Like, this isn't a romantic story, because Naruto is very much on the hunt of, I want to find Tobi, I want to find Obito, I want to find Madara, whoever the fuck it is. He wants to find him. He wants to kill him. But no one's even seen this masked man before. No one's seen him. No one knows what the hell he's talking about. They just think he's going insane. Especially when he's saying this stuff when he's like 8, 9 years old. because he quickly just like he shows he's a prodigy, and that's how he matches up with Itachi and stuff. It's so good. And I feel like in the beginning there's a little bit of grammatical errors and stuff like that, but he slowly gets better and better and better. This is like one of those situations where the author grew with the story almost, and he found himself writing an amazing story. Because then again, spoilers, um Naruto is revealed to have the Mukiden, or I don't know, the wood ability the first Hokage has. He's revealed to have that. So him and Itachi become like this badass duo that like everyone is terrified of, because everyone thinks, hey, Naruto has the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails Fox, but Kurama's gone, right? Oh my god, holy shit, I just forgot. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I forgot. So, another thing. So this is why it's called Legacy Undone. Naruto, after having a team of his own, and he's friends with Itachi and stuff, he gets sent back to be put on a squad to protect Sasuke, or yeah, something like that. He gets sent back on the squad of Genin, of Sasuke and Sakura, to protect them. But and he tries to like guide them to where they used to be as people. So he tries to guide Sasuke to like use the Chidori or stuff like that, or Sakura to medical ninjutsu or whatever the hell it's called, to be a medic. And neither of them really like that. Sasuke actually wants to be a medic. He likes working with I think it's, or I think maybe Sakura likes working with poison and stuff like that with the Anku and stuff. I believe so. It's so good. It's such like a twist of like, holy shit, this is so like, we're so desperate. Like Sasuke and Sakura sacrificed themselves in this previous time just for Naruto to be sent back in this current time that has no correlation with anything. And it's so like depressing almost, where it's like, holy shit, really? Really? And it's insane. And I feel like, is this the same? This is okay. So Naruto, he goes to become a guardian for the rich people, the rich person, the Fire Lord, whatever. Not the Fire Lord, that's Avatar. The fuck, what is it called? I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. There'll later me in editing here. This word right here. This word right here. Nope, the camera's right here. This word. Yeah, that word. Okay. That word. So he goes to protect them, and he runs into they, for some reason, the bang bang bang, damn it, I'm running the words I don't remember, damn it, Kuro Tucci or whatever the hell her name is, the Stone Village's leader's granddaughter. We talked about this in the previous video, where they get shipped in the one fan fiction I read. In this one, she is also there for some reason. I think she's taken as like a hostage or something, but they treat her like really well, almost like a daughter themselves. And it's really like it's really sweet, where she slowly starts growing not feelings for these people, but they're like a family to her. They treat her well. They don't treat her like, she's a hostage or anything. And then Madara / Obito show up and kill the word, and she gets blamed for it. She goes back to her village. She becomes like the hero that she killed him and all this, while she is now a hunted criminal in the Leaf, and they all believe she killed him, because who else could have killed him besides Naruto? Naruto does not believe that. Then Naruto's back here. Anyway, so back on where I was, because I kind of skipped a little bit in that story. So Naruto, he quickly just gets a bounty for himself, so much so that the Stone Village like sends a hit squad at him, full of like these badass ninja. I think it's like Son Goku's Jinchuriki, and Han, is that the other Jinchuriki? I forget what he's the Jinchuriki of, but those two, they're a part of it, I believe, as well as Dedera, to do with the friggin' mouth in his hands. I don't know how to pronounce things. I'm sorry. Please stop judging me. Yeah. So they're on the squad, as well as Kuro Tucci, whatever the fuck her name is. She's on the squad, but she has mixed feelings about this. She's kind of like that, and they're all trying to kill Naruto. And eventually, they get a 1-on-5, 1-on-6 fight with him, and it is the most convolved, confusing, but amazing, and actually not confusing if you can follow it properly. Fuckery of a mess that this fight becomes of just Naruto becoming like, so you know how like you corner a predator in against the wall and they fucking flail and freak out and they fight for their lives like they're the most desperate thing ever. That's Naruto in this situation. And it is so cool to watch because Naruto just goes full ham. He doesn't give a shit anymore of trying to protect anyone because no one else is around. It's literally just him versus these guys. And that's kind of where the story is currently, and we're slowly reaching an endpoint. And I want to see where he goes to this. I'm gonna hopefully we'll get to see an ending. Hopefully he doesn't disappear like the one story I was talking about, how Genesis of the Nindo, there's like 5-6 chapters left, and the person has updated is in 2015. We don't want to talk about that. Please don't do this. Don't do this, Legacy and Done Author. Please don't disappear. I beg of you. Now, okay. How do I transition this? I can't transition this. Let's just go to crossover fan fictions of Naruto and other stuff. Because these are actually the most not the most interesting, but I recently actually ventured into these. Because I always kind of stuck to one universe. Like I kept to the one universe because Naruto is so interesting in itself of a universe where you can do so many things. Why do you need to grab inspiration, or not inspiration? Why do you need to grab other aspects of other animes or other stories to make like an interesting story? You know, that's how I see it, at least. But eventually I finally decided, screw it. Let's go look at other stories. So naturally, I'm a Percy Jackson fan. I have all the books somewhere over there in my bookcase, of not off camera. I have all the books of Percy Jackson series, as well as the Heroes Olympia story, and I have a few of the next series books. I need to get the other books that finished, or I think one more still needs to be released. Either way, I'm really excited for the Disney Plus. I just realized my shirt's unbuttoned too. I'm sorry about that. I'm really excited for the Disney Plus show that's coming out soon. But this story is about what if Minato, whatever, don't care, is Apollo and was sent to the shinobi world as punishment from Zeus, and eventually when he dies, he gets to go back to being a god. So Naruto, after defeating Pain, gets picked up by Apollo. I'm just gonna call him Apollo now so I can avoid saying Minato, whatever. Apollo, we're gonna avoid that. He gets picked up by Apollo and is like, I'm finally like, I finally got a hold of you, because for some reason he couldn't get in the shinobi world previously. I finally got a hold of you. I'm ready to show you who you really are. And then that's kind of the opening of the story, and it's really interesting because then somehow, I'm not gonna spoil anything because I don't really remember too much because I read this a year or two ago at this point. Not my memory's a little bit foggy, but somehow, some way, Naruto becomes a worker, or an employee of Hades, and that's why the story is called Sun's Heir Apollo, Death's Guardian Hades. And we time skip to the third book, which is Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, The Curse of the Titan, or the Titan's Curse. That this third book where Percy has to hold the world up and stuff, and he gets like the gray streak in his hair with Annabeth. That book. We skip to that book where, hey, who's introduced? Nico and his sister, who I forget the name of because she kind of dies early on, and then I'm really bad with names in case you couldn't tell. But Naruto is Death's guardian, so he is here to protect Nico and company. And it's a really good story. You should read it. As well as, I think he's paired up with Talia, so she doesn't join the Artemis's bow people, huntress, that's it. Artemis's huntress. She doesn't join them. It's a really good story. Go read it. And then another story is jumping spectrums here. We just had a book crossover. So let's go to a movie crossover with the MCU. Naruto after Okay, no, this is how it happens. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are fighting the final battle against the chick who, oh my god, what is her name? I don't remember her name because she's not that important because she kind of just gets murked and then no one really cared because they were like, Sasuke versus Naruto, let's go. Anyway, that chick. Kaguya, whatever. Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura are fighting her. Sasuke tries to save Naruto by hitting him with the Rinnegan, send him to an alternate reality or alternate universe where, in fact, Naruto drops down in friggin' like, I think he drops down like Norway or something like. It's either way, he drops down on Earth and he's on the MCU. Like I think 10 years before Iron Man 1 happens, Iron Man 2, whatever. It's 10 years before the MCU timeline happens. And it's slowly it's very good. Sadly though, another sadly here. So many authors do this, but at least this one, like, okay, so the story got discontinued, but the author decided, I know I'm not gonna be able to finish this. I don't have the time on my hands anymore. So I'm gonna write like a synopsis as the last chapter showing you what my plans were and break it down a little bit. And that was good. But it's so cool to see Naruto as this badass character because at the end of the fourth Great Shinobi War, it's kind of like Naruto is God. So to see him go on a planet with humans where he can basically 1v1 Thanos with all six Infinity Gauntlet, all six stones on the Infinity Gauntlet and murk him, it's like so it's a little bit Naruto OP and the story's a little bit rough writing wise, but it's an interesting read. I'd give it like a 3 out of 5, 3.5 out of 5. Yeah. Uh, I'm not that tough though on stories too much. Like as long as like you're mostly good English and you have an element of a story I like, I'll push through anything else. Doesn't really matter to me. Even if I see it's abandoned, my dumbass will continue reading until I get depressed when I finish that. When I get to that finish and realize, oh, it ends on a cliffhanger. Oh, it has been updated since 2013. Oh, I want to cry. And again, somehow, some way, even without me even trying, I talked for 31 minutes. But we talked about a lot of stories, so that this was fun. I always wanted to make another video like this, especially after the first one did pretty good views wise for me. So I decided, screw it, let me do this and talk about more stories because I can always talk about Naruto fan fiction. In case you can't tell, I'm pretty passionate about it. It's been a part of my life since, like I was saying, I was, oh my god, 12. Yeah, something like that. I remember saying in the first story. But something that triggered in my memory that I was talking to somebody. I forget who I was talking to, but in not Naruto fan fiction, but there was something happening on YouTube where they had like Naruto chat rooms where the character was a part, like they would log in the aim or whatever. Okay, do people still know what aim is nowadays? I don't think they do. Fuck. They logged into the group chat. There we go. They logged into the group chat and they kind of just hung out and chatted and stuff. And it was like looking back on it, I don't know where the hell I found this entertaining because it was literally just a picture of the character randomly from Google. The same picture every time, so they had continuity. They had continuity. Why can't I speak? English is my first language, but I can't speak. Why? Anyway, okay. So they were all the same, like the same picture every time a character would talk. So it was a little bit annoying in that regard. And the text would always kind of clash against the background, so you'd have to squint. But it's still a fun childhood experience, and I'm pretty sure if I go into like my favorited videos on my YouTube account, because I still use the same YouTube account from when I was 12, I can find those videos, and I'll show like something here of the videos, so you can Google it or you can YouTube it if you want and watch it, because they actually did pretty. It's not like I was like one of the only people who've seen these things. It was pretty popular, and it's kind of insane they were popular. I'm just such a nerd for Naruto. I'm really surprised. Like Do I have a headband? No, but I did when I was younger, and I'm probably going to get one eventually, just to meme it up. But that'll be it for tonight. It's friggin' like it's almost 4 a.m. for me as I talk. I'm a night owl. I don't know what sleep is. I'm gonna stop talking now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Perhaps tell me a story that I'm missing out on. Cause one of my new viewers, he gave me a story of his own that I want to read and then talk about on one of these videos. And I feel like that would be interesting. Um, but if I'm missing any other stories that you think I would like with what my taste is shown in these previous 2 videos, write them in the comics and the comics, yeah, write it in the comics. That's what we want. Write an entire comic about it and then send me the comic. No, no. Write in the comments and tell me, and I'll check it out and see what's up because I'm always looking for more stories to read because I am like so my buddy Train that I play with in video games, he is very like he I've got him into I started making him read Shadows Konoha. That shows you my addiction to that story. And he's very opposite of like he has to be in the mood to read, but I am always in the mood to read. Like I get annoyed. I'll be 90% of the time I will want to read. And then the 10% of the time I actually sit down and try to read is the 10% of the time that I get hit with the well, actually, your brain's kind of shutting down now. Let's not read. And it's depressing. And okay, yeah, that's it. I love reading, so put some suggestions down in the comments as well as some if I'm missing any crossovers because I'm surprised like I haven't read like a Naruto Harry Potter crossover because Harry Potter is like the other really popular fan fiction, isn't it? I believe so. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna stop talking because I literally tried to end this video 6 minutes ago and then I found something else to talk about. We're gonna stop that. Okay. I'm gonna go, guys. So I hope you have a good day. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, maybe all that. Check out all my links and stuff. Bye. I don't know what the fuck that was. Bye.